Yo, welcome in Saprin, Hershiser, B-Dub, and T-Dub. B-Dub and T-Dub back to back. Welcome in. Last button click. Sorry, it took me a minute to get fired up there. I don't know what I was really doing. But, look at that. Holy Shield. Did you see that? Did you guys see that? I actually put Holy Shield on. I actually remembered. Mopar, yo, what's going on? Blake B. Hopefully everyone's having a great day. Yo, welcome in everybody. Back to some slaying. It was fun though. It was fun. Actually, I had even though it was a short stream, did some stuff that wasn't necessarily the most popular topic on my channel. Actually, I had a good time streaming the fantasy football draft I did last night and some GeoGuessr. I'm gonna be honest. Had a good time. Goof, welcome in. Cat tonight at 5. Yeah, well, unfortunate thing. Well, I don't know that unfortunate, but daughter's got her first softball scrimmage tonight at 6, so that's a no-go for me, dog. Unfortunately, I'm just like you guys. Life pops up, and you can't just slay demons when you want to, right? Deadeye, welcome in. Misanthropy, yo. Spin up some hammers while I'm taking a sip of coffee. So I never thought it'd be that big a deal, but I started doing this thing where I make sure I don't buy the same coffee 2 times in a row, and it like is totally amazingly legit good idea. Everybody copied that idea from me. It's not that I'm always trying and I like some coffee I've never had before, but just never buying the same coffee 2 times in a row. Makes it taste even better every time. Skunk Ape, welcome in. Unknown, yo, Brad Thorpe. All these legends. Love seeing the familiar faces. Welcome in. Can't decide what I like more, the familiar faces in chat or new faces. Both are so great. Sorry, can't read that name. It's in Russian of some kind or some kind of Cyrillic maybe. But you say hello, good luck. Oh, from Bulgaria. There you go. Gotcha. Yeah. Appreciate you. Using hammers. Hammer of Justice. I mean, I'm using these. Blessed hammers. So yes, unless Hammers of Justice. I'm trying to think if there's an item that I'm not thinking of or something. But yeah. Oh, Misanthropy up here a minute ago saying started a werebear. Nice. Crazy. I've never done one of those on a playthrough or anything, so if you're firing it up and playing through with that, it's gonna be interesting. Kind of want to, but I haven't got around to it. Blake's got 20 different kinds of coffee. Coffee aficionado over here, huh? Cardboard warrior. Yo. Simply Saka said he itching to try this game. I would highly recommend. I don't mean to sound biased or anything. I mean, I am a Diablo 2 streamer after all. But man, just if you find it on sale sometime, it's on sale for like $12.77. I mean, it's almost irresponsible to not get it and try it. So it's literally irresponsible to not play Diablo 2. No good. Need some tips on balding, says Brad. Maybe I can help you out. Scared to pull the trigger. Yeah, I don't know. You just gotta do it. But you don't have to. See, I think the one thing I will say is I think I lucked out. I've tried different razors, but apparently the first razor I ever bought was like the best, most godliest razor of all time for shaving your head. It's just, but they're so expensive compared to what they are. I've only tried a few other ones that were like cheap, a little bit cheaper. They're just these 3-blade. What brand are they even? I don't know, but they're way too expensive. But I never cut my head with them, and I've tried 2 or 3 different razors now to shave my head, and they all cut my head except for this one so I'm like, okay, I guess I'm buying the most expensive 3-blade razors there are. But yeah. No, it's just I think it's Gillette quad or tri-blade. I forget what it is, but it's like nothing special. I don't know. Here, bud, what's going on here? Jeez. Crazy. Rush, welcome in. Wicked Ball, welcome in. Good day, good day, good day. Smash till Tyrael's Might, says Marty. Maybe. Maybe. If I find Tyrael's Might in the next couple of hours, then yes. But if not, then no. One of the usual days I gotta go pick my kiddo up later, so make sure YouTube you hit that like button for me, by the way. Miss Anthony said you're gonna be rocking Poison Creeper until you get into Werebear. Yep, I guess Poison Creeper at the beginning of the game, the first few acts is just insane, so makes sense.
I can't carry anymore.
Do not use a lighter. I didn't realize you were Lady Bic is a lighter. I assume you're talking about like chick razors. But yeah, Philips One Blade is a rechargeable. It's like a few different recommendations from people, I guess, but yeah, you might have to try a few different to see what works for you. See what you like. Green-eyed saying Poison Creeper OP early. Yeah, like through not super long, but like, and I don't know for sure, it could be longer. Like the first 3 acts, like act 1, 2, and 3 of like normal, Poison Creeper just melts everything. When they rebalanced the game or whatever, they just accidentally just overcranked Poison Creeper like in the base. But at some point it just starts like stinking. So yeah. Josh says go get after Phil. That's what we do. That's what we do. Welcome in. Have I ever had a double high rune drop? Probably maybe like in the same game, a little bit apart, but maybe not too maybe not too high runes, but like a mid rune and high rune or something like that. I would never miss a chime. Oh, it's probably a large chime. I don't pick up large chimes anymore. Simply says, wait, did I miss a? Simply says PoE player. Gotcha. A lot of the same players like PoE and Diablo 2 Resurrected. So I'm not a PoE player, but going back and watch my videos, and maybe I've missed it, but in your view, what is the first tier rune word you work to get in a new season? Oh, haha. Am I not hitting him? What's going on here? Okay, there we go. I mean, it depends on the character, I guess. Probably a Heart of the Oak or a Call to Arms, because they're like high-end end-game pieces, but they're not super expensive. You know, you get a Vex, you get this if you're a Hammered or something. But to be honest, it's probably Call to Arms. This will keep your mercenary alive longer, and your character, of course. So yeah, maybe the Call to Arms. And it's so universal, every build you want this on. Most you want Enigma, but Enigma's so expensive, so hard to get. So I guess I'd say that, but I never really thought about it. I just get whatever I kind of can when I can get it. Oh, Blake said CTA is was his answer. Gotcha, gotcha. You're on the same page. Lean back here a little bit. Chillax. Green says finding runes on single player is impossible. Definitely not impossible. Gotta kill a lot of monsters real quick. But yeah, also on single player, lower Kara super chest farming is kind of a goated too. You'd have to look up what that is, I suppose, if you hadn't heard of it before. Still takes some time, but it's like essentially guaranteed to get high runes within like a almost predetermined amount of time. Not literally, but much more regular than killing monsters. And like sometimes you'll get 2 or 3 high runes in a week, and then you won't find one for like a month, you know. Yeah, I see some other people pop it in there too, but yeah, just look up lower Kara super chest farming on YouTube, and there's usually like 3 to 5 minute videos that every Diablo 2 content creator has that kind of shows you and explains how to do it. Yeah, should work out for you. Marty, maybe. True story. If you hit the like button and subscribe, guaranteed to find high runes. I'm not going to specify any further than that, but it's guaranteed, though. Joining in late. Not too late. I've only been on for 14 minutes. Not too late at all. Prune. Stewed prune. Up a minute ago, we were talking about what's the first high rune word you make. Mopar Man says Call to Arms is too useful. It is legendary. DMC! Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. I'm like, what is going on here? Misanthropy found 2 ums on the Sork on the playthrough. What? High rune drops always hit a little differently, I'm gonna be honest. The great feeling. Great feeling indeed. Enigma first for mobility. I can see the argument. It's just so expensive for me. I never get that one first. In fact, it's just so expensive. But yeah. Yeah, well. Uh-oh. Not even death can save me. Great. Great. Rare ring, I would never miss that. So it must not be there. If I didn't see it, it didn't exist. Giant Axe is cool. I could triple upgrade it if it rolled crazy. Alright, it probably was right there. I was reading chat and stuff. Nah. The thing about rare rings too is like 1 in 50,000 are actually good, so I went back for it. Optimus had been playing Horse Simulator, aka Diablo 4. Nice. Yeah, I'm touched Diablo 4 in a while. Oversized Pillow says the first one you build is either Enigma or one that you can build without compromising the ability to make Enigma. Yeah, I don't know. Depends on your build. I would say I would argue like 70% of builds that's true. But yeah, they're usually, in my opinion anyways, for everything. There isn't a one-size-fits-all for every character and every build, you know what I mean? So maybe people disagree, but yeah, I don't think there's a one-size-fits-all. Start off with Nova Sorceress, and you know, you're not going to build a Enigma first, of course. But yeah. Misanthropy says it can't be Diablo without Diablo showing up. It is odd that Diablo 4 has been out for so long and there's no Diablo in it. I wonder when they're gonna get Diablo in Diablo 4. It is kind of funny. It is kind of funny. Dude Prune said, did Nightmare Andariel 1,000 runs? No SOJ yet. So I will tell you, 571, probably roughly the same. I did, the first time I ran Nightmare Andy for an SOJ, it took me 1,452 runs or something to get the first SOJ. But then I needed an SOJ at some other time, and I got an SOJ on the 89th run, so... and I've probably done it a few different times, because there was another time I got an SOJ on like the 400th run and another time on like the 600th run, so that's just the way the averages work. So Runewords and D4, cool. That's not my understanding. So I guess from what I thought, and I haven't played in a long time, I think when this started happening is when I stopped playing. The runes are just, they're not really true rune words. That you just put 2 runes in. They're all 2 runes. And then like one rune has like some kind of power and the other rune has some other kind of power. Good old lidless, interesting. But yeah, I'm not a D4 expert, so probably not the one to be answering these questions. Oh, Blake says no, they are not. So one person does not believe that they are good. Brandon says, going from a Wind Druid, no Enigma, to Fireball Orb since he got teleported is wild. Yeah, I can see that. Druid is... I think it's fun. Not the best build in the game, though. Not the best character with the best builds. I know me just saying that there's going to be the Druid Defenders coming out in full force, but... yeah, Druid's probably the weakest character for general monster farming in the game. Biv says D4, they have Mephisto, sort of. Yeah. True story. I thought Andara was kind of cool in that game. Not that it was like the same. I just mean the character and the way, you know, the character model and stuff like that. Not that it was like the best fight, this or that or whatever. Oh, Biggie, thank you for the 38 months.
Underscore shock face.
Love Sireship.
Underscore beat. Underscore pay drinks. Underscore let's go. Underscore O'Grey.
O'Grey. Thank you so much. Once again, Blitz Biggie. But yeah, I was like so, I wouldn't say in the zone, but when I played the game and fought Andariel, I didn't even realize that that's who it was until maybe even somebody told me or something, and I was like, I went back and looked or maybe went and fought her again or something, and I was like, oh yeah. I was just like so, you know, into it, not paying attention to the character model at the time. Jay talking about the runeword system for D4 said it sounds elementary. Yes. I think that's intentionally. Because D4 has really made, it really did make the transition to kind of a much more basic game. I believe that's what they said. Oop. Oh, I forgot so much stuff in here. Let me hop back to town real quick. I keep forgetting. I think that was kind of the idea, to make it so it's approachable for anybody, you know, so. And I know they were making a conscious effort to make it less like D2 and more like Diablo 3, so. Like this. So, Tal, Thal, Ort, Am. Let's get this. I wanted to re-roll. I was re-rolling some Alley Spirits, so I want to just grab some of that stuff. Marty, welcome in. Unknown binge watched my playing of the Druid lately. Made a budget one of your own. Nice. Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty good build. But yeah, it's relative to other builds. Maybe not all there.
I can't carry it.
Green-eyed sounds like he's a bigger fan of the D2 Andara model, apparently. Oop. What's going on here? Oh, about to sneeze. What's going on? And I unmuted the mic. Let's go. We're doing good today. Brandon G saying, oh, hold up, Saffron, thank you so much for the Bezos subscription, the Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate you for being generous enough to give me Jeff Bezos' money. Appreciate you. So Brandon says likes the Druid, but yeah, having teleport crazy. This is true story. True story. Teleport. Most OP skill in the game, right? Fred Man, welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. Oop, oop, oop. Click, click, click. Man, rare stuff. You gotta ID so much stuff. Green-eyed saying he did not like the way that the D4 cinematics looked. Pixar looking, huh? I didn't think that at all. I thought the cutscenes and all that stuff was actually very well done. So, I guess just differing opinions. No Tyrell's Might yet. What is going on? Did everybody hit the like button? Or just wondering, because I haven't found Tyrell's Might yet, so if everyone didn't hit that, I probably can't find it, so allegedly.
I can't carry it.
I got a Lem unknown says. Congrats. Oh yeah, you were the one that you said you found like 3 Sur runes or something and couldn't get a Lem. Some ridiculously unfortunately good luck, I guess. I don't know how do you word that. Man, I keep finding these high runes. I can't find the lamp. Is that good luck or bad luck? I don't know. Unfortunately, good luck. Where's it at on this one? 97. Yeah, I'll need her for that re-rolling. Grab that. Green, I say, Sir's in the chaos all the time. Yeah, I do feel like I find a ton of Sir runes in general, to be honest. I don't know the drop odds for each rune relative to the next one higher, you know, so. I remember low runes I could, like, never get my hands on. But maybe the average has kind of evened itself out more recently here. Click. Okay, got it.
I am overburdened.
Does Hellforge ever drop high runes? So Hellforge can drop up to Gull? So I guess no. Ward bow, interesting. No, I think I'm pretty positive Hellforge is up to go. Let's see. Trash, welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. Unknown said he got 5 NATO delirium. Congrats on that, I suppose. Sound like something you were hunting for. Eh, we'll spin them up out here. Why not? These guys can drop stuff too. Little spread out, but they'll be all right. Good call, bit. Terrorized Hellforge. What about then? Good call. Oh, Biv. Actually, Phil, in this one D2 mod, it can drop up to Ohm. Okay. Current MF you're playing with on the Pally. I forget. 268. So a good amount. Probably pretty much almost a standard amount on a Hammerden. Didn't go too crazy with it. Great hustle base, maybe? If you're doing a hustle pole arm. How many materials have I found today? Cuckoo. Just a couple. Nothing, you know, not too many. Just a couple. No, I've had a stinking busy day already today. Went grocery shopping. I had to run to the insurance place so I could sign some paperwork for my insurance or some malarkey with that. I don't know if y'all ever cleaned an oven before. It's a disaster. I cleaned In my oven, I have, it's one where there's a small top oven and a larger bottom oven, like in the same oven, you know? I cleaned the top one, the one we use all the time, like a month ago, and I was like, oh, that was such a disaster. I finally got around to doing the bottom half today. Clean part of the bathroom. Some laundry. Everything. Green Ice asks, what's my favorite Diablo 2 memory? Jeez, I mean, I don't know how I could even... How could you even pick something like that? How could you even pick something like that? Not that it's the most valuable or something, but I guess I would say maybe back when I was a kid, I was playing a little bit of single player, all just garbage gear, never really got super far or whatever, but I went to transfer some a couple pieces from like my sorceress. Like I would play when the internet was down on offline single player, when the internet wouldn't work, you know, the dial-up, or you know, I couldn't go on the internet because my, you know, someone needed to use a phone, you know, my parents would let me go on the internet or whatever. But I hopped into an open battle in that game just to drop transfer some gear, and some guy was like, hey, what are you doing in here? You want a bunch of cool stuff? And I was like, I don't know, I guess. He's like, hey, just come into town wherever you're at. So I came into town, and he just started dropping down all this like hero edited, this crazy stuff. If you know what open battle net stuff is, where you like pick up an item and look at it, and there's like 75, and the print is like super small because there's like 75 different stats on the item. It's got like 85. Ooh, hold up. Perfect? Yeah, well, no, not perfect. So not really a great roll, but Gladiator's Bane's awesome, actually. Gladiator Bane, it's a cool item. But yeah, it's got like 12 to all skills. You know, 11,000 magic find, you know, stuff like that on the stuff, and I'm like, oh my god! And I actually took those characters and I saved them on a floppy disk, but I don't ever know what I did with it. Sale trying to find a 4-socketed pally shield. I mean, you can find 4-socketed pally shields even just in Nightmare, so you just get, I mean, just go anywhere and kill monsters. Technically, you do have a better chance of finding items that are socketed if you have less magic finding your character. I don't really worry about it though. Like I try to find really good stuff. Like I try to find D-webs and Griffin's eyes and stuff like that with magic find, and then hope to get the socketed items along the way too. But technically, if you had less magic find, you'll have a better chance of the items to drop to not be magic or rare or whatever. So you could always just find a white one in Larzik it too, by the way. 11,000 magic find sounds decent. Yeah, they just had just insane stats on the stuff, like just nonsensically high, you know, 300% increased attack speed, like 1200 ED and stuff, you know, stuff like that. Because you could just, like, I didn't know how to do this at the time, but you could just create anything you wanted to, like, you know, hero editor, you know. Misanthropy said he had people transfer in your game, but you lost a lot of stuff that way too. Yeah, I definitely lost stuff that way before too. I dropped stuff, and I don't know if I saved and exited too fast or whatever, but dropped some single player stuff, and then I go to join. It's like, that game cannot be found. And I'm like, all right, well, there goes my like string of ears and my blood letter that I was transferring or whatever it was, you know. Whatever it was I was transferring at the time. Nothing great, I'm sure. There goes my sword guard and my random rare barbarian helm that had like 2 to barb skills and like 5 life or something. Yeah, it's pretty quick. First character, I think it was barbarian, to be honest. I usually start every game with a barbarian, but I know my first 3 were Barb, Necro, Sork. So, I don't remember exactly. I think it was the Barb went first, but I don't remember. What's the buffed hammer damage? So 15k. Pretty solid. Level 46 hammers. Old Whirlwind Barb was goated. Yeah, true story, true story. Especially when you had like 30 hex charms. That's when you were real goated. Boy, why can't I hit him? He's stuck in the wall. Great. Okay, we got him somehow. Cool. Andrew A saying open Battle.net items like triggering 100 different skills on strike and stuff like that. Yeah, there probably was stuff like that too. I don't remember for sure what was even given to me at the time, but I know it's when you scroll over it, there was so much stuff written. It's like the writing was super tiny and couldn't even see it. Blake says hex charms, haven't heard of that in 20 years. They were sick. Aww. Wasn't paying enough attention. Hershiser, you're talking about D2R saying shared stash, such a great addition. Yes. Yeah. Boy. Hard imagining not having it now, to be honest. Hard to imagine. Blake Burns says the white gloves too. Yeah, white gloves and rings and oxy rings on the Sorceress and with spike gloves and yeah, the ith items. Yeah. Miss Anthony saying the 500 poison damage charms. I think you can get 451s. I don't know this 500, but I know there's 451s, but they're not common, of course. But I don't know. Maybe they're more common now with Terror Zones. You don't really see them very often, though. I don't know if they're really used very much anymore. Probably a PvP thing or something. I don't know. Nick says he remembers when Hex Charms became currency over SOJs. I sort of remember that, yeah, because Stone of Jordans got duped up so much, and then Hex Charms were way more useful, kind of, sort of, so. Yeah, I forget what it was, like, Hex Charms were like 5 or 6 SOJs a piece or something at the one point. Maybe 10? I don't remember. Five for once, says Blake. Sounds about right. That's what I thought, because, and I don't know, I couldn't find too many people. Every once in a while someone says they remember this as well, but there was Vita Hex Charms and Mana Hex Charms, so both of them had the 90 to strength and dex, but then there was one version that had mana on it and one version that had life on it. But I think this was only in US West. I could be wrong, and maybe it was other places too, but a lot of people, I was surprised, don't even remember them. They must not have been around for very long. Like, they must have just popped up kind of more closely to when, like, the Rust Storm happened or whatever. Stony Field, huh? Maybe I could go hit the Terror Zone. Who knows? Why not, huh? Maybe after this run we'll see what's up. Nick says he remembers buying hex charms on eBay. Nice. Good old eBay. Yeah, I do remember. I never did any of it, but my buddy was telling me about it. He's like, yeah, dude, a win force on eBay is like $200. We fired up the, you know, the internet. Holy smokes. Like, they're really paying real money for items in a game. What are these people thinking? And of course, here we are, 25 years later. That's just like commonplace now. People paying money for stuff in games. Alpha or... Yeah, I'm gonna grab that actually. $30.15. Crown of Ages 2 sockets last night, says Beal. Congrats on that. Congratulations. Coco Snus, welcome in. Yo, yo. Poochies, your first torch you got from the Den of Evil. What does that mean? A torch. Like Torch of Hero? I'm kind of confused there. I don't ever remember torches being around before needing keys. Anyone else remember this? Because I've never heard of such a thing in my entire life. Doesn't mean it didn't happen, but... See, does anyone else in chat remember such a story? Somebody said they remember when they were a kid that torches used to drop randomly in the game as you were killing stuff. Let's see what the Google machine says. If AI says it's right, then it must be true. Sorry, a sneeze snuck up on me there. Yeah, I don't know. I can't prove it. It's impossible to disprove something a negative, you know, like you can't prove that Bigfoot doesn't exist, right? But I don't know. I think maybe you're misremembering something from when you were a kid, maybe. Could be wrong, but AI have very agreeable though. Yeah, no, I was obviously kidding. AI will tell you anything that you tell it to tell you. And also just straight up lie to you. With the utmost confidence. Just complete confidence. Yeah, AI, it'll never be like, with the best information that I could find, which wasn't very much, I found that it says this. You know, it's never like that. It just blatantly says, you know, if you ask it a question, it's like, this is the answer. No context, no like degree of confidence that it would put into its answer. It just is 100% confident no matter what. Yeah, right, Pickle? The AI found Tyros might be before D2 existed. Maybe Open BattleNet or some weird server. Yeah, I mean, could have been some mod, some weird server on Open BattleNet. I guess it could have been, but I don't know. He could just remember wrong. I mean, it can't possibly be that I'm the only one that remembers things wrong sometimes. Possible it's other people too sometimes. Gots to be. Veil of Steel. Yo! Marty saying memory degrades with age. I concur. I can vouch for that and prove it, actually. It's true. Brandon says he's watching AI play chess and just make blatantly illegal moves all the time is hilarious. Huh. Yeah, I'd heard there's a fantasy football guy I watched that he actually started off on YouTube making videos about chess. And he says that AI in chess is like a huge problem because it's like the most basic AI is like unbeatable for a human in chess. He still does, he still plays chess tournaments and stuff, so. But it can so easily think like so many moves ahead, I'm assuming. For the most part, though, I mean, any AI that they train to play chess, I mean, you could easily get it to stop making illegal moves, I would assume. What Shaco's trade for nowadays? I do not. They're usually always like an is to a to a vex. There must be a conviction ore over here. Depending on the time of whatever, so. Gull vex maybe, or a gull or a vex, depending. I don't know. Hard to say. Nice save. Yeah, I was close one. I wasn't expecting to get, you know, when you got capped out reses and you're a paladin, you know, you don't expect your life to get zapped down like that. But every once in a while. One more good drink of coffee left. All right, oversized pillow, if that's what you say. I was going by what, you know, what this guy said. Not, the technical term for what computer programming type is the one that is better at chess or whatever. I mean, I don't know. Misanthropy saying, talking about Shaco's end of ladder, maybe pull or even for a Shaco. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I should specify like I usually do, I guess. I'm not the value expert by any means since I play so much single player. Son, what's going on? Long time no see. Welcome back in. Hammer time. Better believe it. Better believe it. Blake says that's a paladin. You don't respect anything. Those demons have to respect you. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely powerful, but every once in a while, you get the wrong conviction to hit you or whatever. Oh yeah, I forgot I was gonna see where that Rakanishi was at. Maybe I hit the terror zone. Not the best terror zone, Stony Field by any means, but. Let me go hit it, actually. Why not? BJ said he found one of them 450 ones the other day. Nice. Nice. Telthul or Am. So we got a 1 reroll. Tons of jewels here. Make sure I have them saved up this time. The last time was, I wouldn't say disaster, but I was like, oh, I'm going to go craft a bunch of caster amulets. And I went and looked at my mule and I'm like, oh, it has like 3 jewels on it. I completely forgot about it. So let's do this super quick. We'll reroll this one. T2 tried to warn us, right? True story. You got a good pillow? No big deal. Where was a 34? Not good enough. Telthul or Am. So up from the bottom. 35. Oh, well. No big deal. No big deal. Just see what's up with this. Hassan says, finds that Hammerden is strong but boring. Yeah, I don't play Hammerden too much, so like once a year I'll play it for, you know, a week, kind of how I do my drops. You know, I play a build for a week or whatever, so I don't really have the same boringness from it, I guess, that other people do. I guess I'm kind of that way with Blizzard Sorceress, because I did play that a ton for like so many years, right? So, which a lot of people probably did. Oop. So it's over here, huh? I think I remember running this before. Wasn't there champions over next to this a lot? You guys double checking. I think there was usually not a lot of champs in other places. Maybe a few over here. Not really. I think most of the champs coming out to this area are actually, just the way my map is, on the way to Rakanishu here. Never seen you playing Mosaic Assassin? Good point. I've seen other people play it, and it looks like something I do not want to play. Good old Wolf Owl. Don't remember how these roll. Cool item if you want to play that different little werebear or werewolf werewolf barbarian. My God, I finally spit it out. I think on this stuff there's like a bunch of different things that all roll differently. So like if you get this one to roll like really good, because there's so many different things to roll on it, it can actually be like have a value, good value. That one doesn't look great though, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what they all roll, but I think it's got to be 15 on the dex and strength and stuff, and probably 6 on all the werewolf, feral rage, lycanthropy. But get back here, you bum. $21 enhanced damage. Ooh, yeah. Oh, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Only needing Tyrell's Might to 100% my grail. Drubin. Yes. T-Might and T-Might only. It's actually been like a year and a half where Tyrell's Might is the only item left for me to find. Struggle is real. But worst case scenario, I just keep playing Diablo 2, so not really that bad. No good. I don't know why I thought that was a champ there for some reason. Biv says you spend 10 seconds on a Mosaic Assassin building charges, then just nuke the entire game. Yeah, that's what I see when people play it, yeah. Chicho, welcome in. Andrew, yeah, of course. Thought about it. I'll probably play Diablo 2 after I complete the Grail. I'm half kidding with the answer, but yeah, there's all kinds of different little things. All different kinds of little things. Peter, hello from Brazil, welcome in. No champs around there. There's no one over there. Penny is wise. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub there over on Twitch, of course. You Slayer. Nothing I love more than when people take Jeff Bezos' money and give it to a streamer in need like myself. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Degenerate, 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 welcome in. Boy, a lot of just like two monsters next to each other, huh? Is this terrorized too? No, just Stonyfield. Okay, I was thinking that was a different area. Niels, welcome. He says, nice to be back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What do we got up here? Any champs? Nah. Maybe I'll just steer clear of over here next time. Not that the maps don't have the monsters in the same area all the time, but they're like, seem kind of semi-consistent, if you know what I mean. Big Chuck says, been playing for 20 years. Playing to be 80 years old and still chucking away with my hammers. Ooh, nice. Mr. Nice Guy said he watches as my stream up while he's slaying himself. Ooh. Yeah, I used to do that quite often back before I was streaming and stuff, or pull a stream up in the background while I'm at work and just kind of hang out, work and lurk, as some may say. Dylan King says only uses Mosaic for Ubers. Yeah, it is so crazy powerful. I've only seen people do Ubers with it, and yeah, just explosions, boom, 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 boom. Pretty obscene. I think there was some boots there, wasn't there? Some. No? Why did I think I saw... Guess I'm crazy. Dude, Prune, I am definitely not doing L to Zod challenge. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. No, no hardcore grail, none of those ridiculous things like that. Big Chuck says no high runes in 267 hours, huh? Hunting the Countess and upping as you go. Man. It's pretty crazy, I'm gonna be honest, but pretty wild. Kill the weaker packs on the way to the Countess is the only thing I recommend, I guess. Quite often I farm the Countess and I take out packs on the way and get lucky and they drop like an ohm or something. Neil says, streams like mental therapy, huh? Glad you get some enjoyment from the stream. Appreciate you. Yeah, L's to Zod straight up is ridiculous. Like, you could do Countess to Zod, because then you're gonna get like an Is tier, and you'll get lucky and find like a Sarun somewhere, and you can throw that in there, so... Don't know that I ever want to do that, though.
What can I do for you?
Because I hate farming torches, so getting the keys to farm torches, doing that, is kind of pointless. Don't need those runes, so... Yeah, gaming with the fellas in spirit. Yeah, true story, true story. Pennywise talking about his Twitch Prime sub saying, fellow Michigander. Ooh, yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Fellow Michigander. DMC says, anyone else get anything great through gambling? I don't know about great. I mean, I found a Tyrell's or a Metal Grid one time, which is pretty wild, but it's pretty rare. But I would say probably not super uncommon since people gamble amulets so much. I mean, not common, but you know, people gamble amulets all the time to craft, so it probably happens, you know, not infrequently. On single player, once you get it if you have good, like once you get the gear up and going, it's, I mean, it depends what you're doing, because Zerker Barb, I only run that on P1 usually ever, so it's a P1, take down the pits or take out Trav and then item find, or take out Pindle or Thresh Shocket or something like that. So that's just awesome for finding uniques in like the non-terrorized zones just on P1, just the way item find works and stuff. But yeah, it's definitely not, the Barb's tough for leveling. Usually to level, I'll just do like players 3, like pits or something, get baby experience that way until you level up. Not the most efficient, but Barb is just kind of sketch for leveling, in my opinion. Up to the high levels like that, that is. DMC saying, gambled a few good pair of boots. About it. Boy, today didn't go to the gym. I should have had the treadmill up and running today. Fat Phil struggling over here. Level with the punch barb? Yeah. Well, technically you could. Not my recommendation. Ethereal Templar's might armor on accident. Do you lose something good? Ethereal Templars? I don't believe so. Unless there's something I'm unaware of. But I'd say it was probably just, it's rare to find, but it's not like valuable, I don't believe, or used anywhere. Oh, Miss Anthropy, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Ooh. Appreciate you for the kind words. Yes, Slayer. Whenever it's gonna come through, anyways. Where's the notification at? All right, come on. It'll pop up in a minute. Maybe. YouTube must be struggling. Okay, I guess it's not coming through. No notification. But either way, appreciate you just as much, actually even more, Misanthropy, for the $5 super once again. Legendary tier rune, let's go. You were so hurt when they didn't give it back. Knew it was a rare find because you're playing over 20 years. Only my second F1 ever found. Yeah, I've probably found like 8 Templars now. I think 8's the number I'm on. One of them was ethereal, so. But yeah, it's even though it's the more common of the two sacred armors, it's still super rare just to even get them at all. Let alone ethereal. Top tier rune. I see what you did there. I see it. Nightbot, what's going on? Love that guy. He's like always, Nightbot's like always here. He never misses a stream. It's crazy. Says if you're enjoying the stream, hit that like button. It's a good point, Nightbot. Appreciate you. Yeah, don't forget, fellas, hit that like button like my #1 fan, Nightbot, mentioned there. Hershiser said he has a dope Stonyfield seed. Rocking issue right next to the TP. Nice. Yeah, I've had some of those in the past. Not this one's not so great, but you know, whatever. Oh. Not so great, but whatever. Shoeplug said he played for 48 hours in the last 3 days online. Oh my gosh. Took full advantage of that time off of work, I see. Nice. Whoopsie. That is incredible. That is an incredibly lot amount of time. Incredibly lot amount of time. Plug said you got a Tyrrell's Might yesterday. Impressive, congrats. I hear those are rare to find. Allegedly. Appreciate the kind words, Shoeplug. Brought you back to Diablo. Plus, I finally have time since you're retired now. Oh, retired. Gotcha. Okay. Nice. Retire to D2. How legendary is that? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Dang. Arizona ain't doing nothing for me right now, huh? Not that it's the greatest of all time Terrazone or something, but the drop's always coming on the next monster, right? That's what I'm told anyways. Big Chuck says he think they're trolling. They haven't found Tyrrell's Might yet? Maybe. Maybe not. Ricky M saying Stonyfield's the best drops. No, not yet. But maybe this run, huh? Maybe. One more run, one more run. Exactly, DMC. Exactly. GZ, you might be right. Maybe. Says it suspects a GG drop coming the next 13 minutes and 37 seconds from a few minutes ago. I think that sounds factual. It definitely sounds like a fact for sure. Near, welcome in. Yo, yo. Yeah, I think this will be the last run out here. I'm not like I said, I'm not feeling it. It's kind of what I always, what I usually do. But yeah, if it was like a good map, I'd run it. If it was something like some other people mentioned, where you get the portal right next to the waypoint or something, with a couple champs around it. Not doing it for me. Or if they're more consistently like if I can get this path of 3 champions, maybe I'll do one more. See if I can get this consistently. Like right down this side, there's 3 champs. Just like spam them real quick. Hit rock. Because before I'd get a champ right here and there'd be another one right here, but they're not there anymore for whatever reason. However, they're generating where the monsters go. Whoops, wrong button. There's usually one right here, which there is. Spin up through this larger pack, maybe. Ooh. So easily hitting like 4 or 5 just on the way here. Nasty. With an Ogre Axe along the way, jeez.
Hit the like button, players.
Oh, there it is. Slayer Saint, thank you for the 28 months of Slayership. Oh, appreciate ya. Very kind of you, you absolute slayer. Now, there's some stuff that I should have picked up. Oh. Prune saying, refuses to farm Endurance of Hate. Mephisto and out. I mean, that's the same way I am too, yeah. The regular, you got dolls down there and just a bunch of disgustingness. Hard pass. That's a no for me, dog. Yeah, maybe I was just playing bad. I wasn't paying enough attention. I should just teleport down this side where there's a couple champion packs, call it a day. Part of it too is, like I said, they were somewhere else the last time I ran out here. But I should have just kept my eyes open and kept my brain working, actually thinking. Yeah, you know what? I'm liking it more now. Hershiser said, if it wasn't for the dolls, you'd go down there. Yeah, dolls are a rough one. Oh, yeah, I got bowling tomorrow, I forgot. Gosh, what am I doing here? Matt K, welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. DMC says, anyone else farm Trab? Tons of people do. I don't like it personally much, but I do. When terrorized, I go do it because, I mean, yeah, no, you kind of got to, right? You don't have to, but it's supposed to be a good area. My luck there is just not the greatest. No champion here. Devastating. DMC said he'll take them dolls over gloams any day. Yeah, I guess dolls you can run away from a little bit easier. Just let your mercenary just face tank them for you. No problem. Gloams and souls and whatnot. Gross. No rap battle. What is going on here? Why does this keep changing? The wheel is off. I don't know why it keeps locking over to teleport like that. Am I playing online? Not at the moment. When the new season starts, I will. But I play every ladder. I play for like a month or so after every reset or whatever. I just play one character. Increase speed, battle orders, war cry. 2 sockets, so could make a sick lore, a sick barb lore. Go. The only reason I look at those is because you can use wisdom on a throw barb, which is pretty cool, kind of, sorta. Man, what's going on today? What is going on today with the sneezes? My apologies. I did unmute it as well, so that's always positive. Big Chuck says single player grind rough because he can't trade himself a burr rune. Gotta get on that lower Kuros grind is what you gotta do. Gotta get you one in no time. Maybe. Never fully guaranteed, but... I'm allergic to bad drops, right? And the allergies have been rough lately. Real bad. Thunder Charm, best thing so far. Unbelievable. So Big Chuck, the thing with LK is you don't kill any monsters, so it doesn't there is that new wave argument that people say about running players 5 or whatever, but I don't subscribe to it personally. So you just run player 7 on single player, you'd be good to go. But yeah, when you run lower cross super chest farming, you don't need to kill any monsters, so you don't need to really stress about it being on higher players count. New season dropping caster shields? Nah. Ooh. Archers, everybody. Archers. Watch out for them. Tui. Appreciate you. So rock on, dude. Rock on. Ooh. True Plug said there were so many people playing back in the day. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, Big Chuck. Definitely finding the right LK map. I assume you had done LK before. It sounds like you kind of had the idea. But yeah, you want those two campfires near the waypoint. See, where do I have one? Is there one right here? Yeah. No high ruin, darn. See, is there another one around? Not the goated map. I was just seeing it, just kind of out of curiosity. Is there another campfire? It can take a while to find the right one, though. I've spent long times looking for the right map. So you're saying thinking Necro for ladder start? Gotcha, yeah. Sounds like a good strategy there, Slayer. I mean, Misanthropy, you can kind of have your own opinion. We don't, I always say we don't talk any negative stuff about other content creators here, by the way. Just FYI. I mean, I wouldn't want people on their streams talking crap about me and having people on their stream saying how much they don't like me and stuff, so I would prefer we didn't do that here. What if you found the right map, but the map seed just doesn't drop good runes? I've had that happen before, where whether it was actually truthfully that the map seed was... There's no way to prove that the map seed was, like, not the right one to drop a rune. Like, it literally wouldn't do it, you know what I mean? But I've had it before where I did 1,000 runs and I didn't get a single high rune. And I just went, you know what? I'm gonna re-roll it. So I spent like 20 minutes re-rolling, and luckily 20 minutes isn't even that bad re-rolling an LK map. But I just went ahead and took about 20 minutes. I got another one that was pretty good, and I was like, all right, this just makes me feel better. Raphael, yo, welcome in. Frank, what's going on? Hershiser, you say you had a seed where you found 4 ohms on P6, but on P7 and 8 you couldn't find nothing? Yeah, I mean, things happen like that. I mean, I don't know how much science there is to that, but regardless, if it worked out for you, I'm happy for you. Could just have been RNG though. Yeah, it's kind of what the drops, like the drop rates are so kind of like low and few and far between. You could be on a perfect seed to find it, and you just like aren't, you know, it's just a little bit off, you know. So
Donated $2 Canadian and 79 cents through Super Chat.
thank you, Marty.
Today is Tyrell's Might Day.
Tyrell's Might Day. Yo, Tyrell's Might. Thank you so much for the, we'll call it $3 super chat. $2.79. But thank you for the super chat. Used to layer. Oh. Hopefully. I got maybe about 40 minutes until I gotta get off, so. Matt K said he fully believes in re-rolling LK maps. He's been in ruts and then re-rolled a map and instantly started finding stuff. Oh, that's crazy. I was on the wrong side. I had my call to arms out, so I didn't even have concentration up. And the hammers were still taking out this P7 Terrazone monsters. Slowly, and they were weak monsters, yes, but still. They were carvers, but still kind of funny. Best find so far today. No, I found a Gladbane earlier. It's probably the best. One anti-perfect Fire Sunday. Yep, that's it. Pretty close though. I mean, Grand Charm on the ground. No, I don't ID Grand Charms anymore. No, I'm just kidding. Fake news. There was no way I missed a Grand Charm. How far back was it? It was hiding. Made me go all the way back for a 4 to strength. No, it is funny the number of charms I missed and then I go back for. One time I had one time it was a skiller. It was like a curses for the necromancer or something. Frank says every 2. So do you mean every 200 to 400, Frank, or do you mean, I can't tell if you're making a joke or not. Every 2 runs to 400? That's quite a, you never find anything on the first run, but you find stuff often on the second run, huh? I'm assuming you mean 200 to 400 runs or something. At first I thought you were making a joke. Oh, see, I was surprised how well this little set worked when I did my full set Whirlwind Barb. Not that it's the new Grief or anything, but you know what I'm saying. It actually worked pretty good, the 2 set with a bunch of all these other set pieces. Love it! Second runs are the GOAT, right? Frank says players 3, it's a sweet spot. Yeah, I for the most part, I usually, if I do trav, which is not that often because I don't like it that much, but I usually prefer just players 3. It's just easier, and with how much damage they can do with the Hydras and their lightning attack or whatever it is, it's partially physical or something. A lot of times I just prefer P3. Hammers, Hammered, I guess I do higher, but it's pretty much it. Just a Hammered. Okay, enough monster over here. I will spin it up for a second. Yeah, DMC, no increased attack speed on charms, no. Ooh, we got another full set. Okay, all right. So I was kind of in the middle of re-rolling this, just as I find what I need for it. Frank said Blizzsork, your go-to on there. Okay, yeah, Blizzsork, from what I understand, good out there. Those are not in the right order. I gotta pay attention to. Al, Thul, Ort, Am. No good. Keep her going. T-Foss says, one time, 2 hours, no H keys from a summoner. Next hour was terrorized, 5 H keys. No idea if terrorized affect key drops. I actually don't know that. I would say I don't think being terrorized affects the key drop, but I don't really actually know that. Anyone ever heard anything on that topic for sure from anybody else? That's actually one I'm not sure. X-Raider boy, welcome in. Hola, hola. Poor boy, welcome in. Yep, shirt's still on, huh? Edgebow. Good spot to find IK armor. Yeah, any of the 85 areas or terror zones or whatever. It's ancient tunnels, stuff like that. Hershiser says, no concrete evidence about if terror zones affect key drops, but doesn't think so. Bogardus. Okay, it's official. AI says it's terror zones do not affect key drops, so that means it's 100% factually proven. I was joking, yeah. He says Bogardus saying, take that for what you will, but AI says this. DMC, yeah, Jules 15 increased attack speed is like all it can get. They're just 15's the min and the max, huh? On IAS on a jewel. And Darl's Visage doesn't have sockets, but you can socket it, DMC. Take it to Larzik, get a socket in it. That's how people get it in there. Kev said, make it a summon necro. I have Enigma and just made my first Bramble. Okay, on a summon necro, huh? On Bramble? Okay. Hopefully you enjoyed, Kev. Oh, Rocky Waste, Stony Tombs. I don't know if Hammering would be good out there. Oh yeah, this is offline single player, by the way. Yeah. Yep. That's why I got different terror zones than what is online. I mean, we could always just come out here, huh? Super easy area for the Hammerden. Dang, dude. Champs galore out here. Holy moly. I think the last time I came out here I said the same thing. I think I said, I forgot how many champions there are out here, because usually you don't farm here, right? Fireball Sork would tear through Stony Tombs. Yeah. We're rocking the Hammerden at the moment, though. Stick to the plan. Yeah, 3 o'clock already. Man, time flies when you're slaying demons. Time flies. I don't remember if zombies down here are immune to magic. We'll find out in a second, but some areas I don't remember which ones they are. They're immune to magic damage, and you're like, oh, okay, well, I'm out. I think it was maybe Talrash's tombs where there's immune to magic monsters. Oh, battle orders ran out. We'll be all right. Spiked shield. It's like blade back or something. Sword back. So close. Ancient tunnels, says Coach. You know what? Now that you say that, that sounds like where I was at, actually, now that you mention it. So don't run ancient tunnels with a Hammerton. FYI. Little tip from me to you. Didn't see that at first. Good in tombs. Yeah, it looks like it, Hershiser. Yeah, it sounds like it looks like you're right. All good. Yeah, wicked ball. Gotta pick the kiddo up from school. Come home, get dinner rocking. Get the softball scrimmage today. Extra early. Oh yeah. That's so crazy. I wonder if you can make that telly. I'm gonna try it. Not that it matters that much, but then it wraps around from over here. No, can't do it. Is there a little... No can-dos, Phil. Reroll my druid. Should I do Fury or Fireclaw? I don't know. I guess Fury's cooler. So I guess go with Fury. Oh, Kabitsky, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. True story. True story. Appreciate you for the Twitch Prime sub. Don't let Jeff Bezos keep that money. Forget that guy. Marshall MK Master, welcome in. Tennis. Yo, 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 welcome in over on Twitch. Appreciate you. Kev says he needs to get his act together and farm keys. Probably need to get out there and get some torches, huh? Played Diablo 2 since launch, never did Ubers. Well, that's alright. On single player, you gotta go do something. You gotta go get your torches. Online, I wouldn't blame you. I hate farming torches. I mean, hate maybe a bit strong, but I don't derive any enjoyment from farming torches. So In general, I don't do it unless I have to. How do you farm torches and what do you do? You get the keys from specific monsters. There's 3 different keys. And then those keys open up portals to go take out these other monsters that then drop these other pieces that you put in the Roderick Cube, and then it opens another portal. And then you go to another place where you kill these monsters, and it drops a torch is a unique large charm that's right here. And they can be for each character. This one's 3 to Paladin, but they can be for all the characters. You kind of want to have, if you're going to play all the different characters on single player, you want to have at least one of each character, so. I had to farm literally like 35 torches to get like, maybe it did even more than that, 40, 45, something like that, to get one for each character. I just could not get an Amazon torch for the life of me for some reason. Just random luck or unluck? Bad luck? It would have been a wet dream online, but I kept getting sorceresses and paladins all over and over again. Struggle's real on single player. Sounds like a lot of work. Yeah, kind of. But it's just not, I don't know. I don't like how much of a job it is, you know, like. Because, like, if you have a job, you know, you go to work, you make this part or whatever. You work there for 8 hours in a day and you get paid this much money. You know, it's like this, and you get this. I don't like things that are set up that way because it's not exciting, you know. That's kind of how it is. You like farm the keys and you get keys roughly from this one monster. You get 1 in 12 or 13 runs. You get a key roughly. So it takes this many runs to get this many keys. And but like there's a little bit of luck. You might get a few more, a few less keys, but it's not that exciting or anything, you know. Good old Berserker Axe. You'd want it crazy Zotted Ethereal if you were a real goat, but Death Cleaver's a cool one. Death Cleaver, another cool item. Bunch of Deadly Strike. I don't remember how these roll either, so let me Google real quick how it rolls, actually. It's probably not very good. I feel like it rolls into the 300s for some reason, but I don't remember why. Oh, 280. 230 to 280. So it's very hardcore mediocre, to be honest. Colossus Girdle. Oh, go check the war staff. Is that an elite base? It is, yes. He is overburdened. Nice, Matt. Congrats on that. Rerolling your map. Got a sir instantly. Nice, nice, nice. John Simo, welcome in. Legend. Beal says, thanks for checking the war staff. He was screaming at his monitor because he thought I was going to skip it. Looking for that obsession base, right? Looking for the obsession base, which we'll never find, but we'll keep trying. Keep on keeping on. Best offline character to start off with, I would highly recommend if you're gonna play like all the different characters, or you're gonna at least play multiple different characters, to start off with a sorceress, because then you can do Andy Mephisto and get a lot of the unique items that you can need on all the different characters, whether it's, you know, maybe this or Alder's Advance. I know it's kind of behind the thing. You get your Trang's gloves, your Shakos, maybe you'll get a Stone of Jordan or something, or act as Mesh, all this different stuff you need for all the different characters. You can even get like Ariats and stuff like that, farming those kind of things, and teleporting to do Lower Kuros, which we were talking about earlier. I'd highly recommend start off with a sorceress. Highly, highly, highly. Tomas, welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. Teleport strong. Yeah, right, Zephanex. OP. Beal said you could go with a Battle Order pre-buff staff. Yeah, I mean, it had the 5 sockets, and so what you would need: chilling armor, energy shield, something, something. Thunderstorm. Struggling, your level 90 hardcore Riftson. Yeah, I don't know much about that character, so can't really help you there. I do a lot of my leveling, even with the assassin, not that particular one, but just the pits, maybe high level pits, you know. Pits is kind of an easy area to watch out for archers, but you can still get reasonable experience with it being a 95 or 85 area. So yeah, at that point you could still get some okay experience. I think I actually leveled, I think I did my assassin. I always played traps, but I think I got up to like level 94 or something just farming the pits, and I never even realized. I never even beat Diablo in hell difficulty. Chaos Sanctuary is terrorized, and I'm like, oh, I'm going online to use my assassin in the terrorized Chaos Sanctuary. And then I hop on and I'm like, wait a second, it's broken. There's no terror zones. Like, how do you turn them? Did they get turned off online or on single player? What happened? And then I look and I'm like, oh, and I never even finished Act 4. It's kind of funny. Yeah, this is player 7, John, yeah. All terror zones? Nah, I'm not. I was doing Chaos Sanctuary and running terror zone if it was one that I wanted to run. Good or otherwise. Sometimes there's some that are just interesting and I'm like, I'll just do this, whatever. VV been lurking, doing some yard work and stuff. Getting ready to go to work soon. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Oh no. Ah. Makes sense for a pally, John. Yeah, you can kind of go most places. Those rare occasional magic immunes gotta watch out for, but they're kind of few and far between. Oh, Teo, sorry, I didn't see you there on Twitch. My apologies. My apologies. I didn't see you there in a minute ago. If you're still here, welcome in, Teo. Igloo Pilot, welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. Sorry, I thought I was up to date on the Twitch comments, but I didn't notice that there was a couple in there that I got misplaced in my brain. Do forgive me. Cass is nice. What you're doing, big rooms for hammers. Yeah, Cass is just a classic for the Hammerton, right? Just a classic. Get back here, you bum. Hey. Stop moving. Bogardus said he promised himself he'd clean the garage when I stopped streaming. Uh-oh. What if I never stop streaming? Think it's worth killing only Duriel when Talrash's tomb is terrorized. I would say do the whole thing pretty much. Like, do all the different tombs and stuff. They're just big, wide open areas. Well, not wide open, but big. It's a large tomb, large area. You don't have to save and exit. I guess it sort of would depend on your build, I guess, but under almost all circumstances, I'd recommend doing the whole allotment of tombs, really. You're playing the Hammerden? Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I don't remember doing tombs with a Hammerden recently. But yeah, you probably want to do them all if you... John says waiting for Friday night. Well, I don't even... I'm not doing like a drinking stream every Friday or something. Every once in a while. I've been trying to tone back on it a little bit. I did treat myself over the weekend, but bought one of those 4 packs of craft beer for last night. But that was a non-Diablo 2 stream last night. Crazy, I know, right? Considered restarting my single player. Not when I'm one item away from the Holy Grail, no.
I am overboard.
Get on that treadmill. I know, Sweat Hog. I should have today. I forgot about it, kind of, sort of. I was like, I gotta hurry up and get on. Like, I did so much stuff earlier that I kind of rushed to get on now because I was running out of time. I was doing too much work around the house. Steven said he doesn't, in his opinion, H-Den not efficient in the tombs. Yeah, I don't remember personally me doing it, but could be. I mean, it couldn't be terrible, but probably not great. As long as there's not magic immunes hiding out in there. Yeah, it is much better suited for chaos. I bet that 100 times out of 100. Just want to spend points. Yeah, those points, maybe I should put some really high point things on Twitch. Something to use them on. $14 a night igloo pilot. Yeah, that's what I figured I would do. Oh, that's a week. Never mind. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, looking at the time here, got to go pick the kiddo up pretty soon from school. So I think I'm gonna call it a day since we're, you know, at the end of a run right here or whatnot. So huge shout out. Thank everybody so much. We had several Twitch Prime subs today. Thank you guys so much for those. Jeff Bezos subscriptions, much appreciated. Misanthropy, Blizz Biggie, Slayer Saint, Marty M, all y'all, thank you so much for either super chat and re-upping your memberships, things along those lines. There was some gifted. Sometimes the gifted ones don't show up right. I don't really know why. But there was some gifted ones too. I forgot who did it. But thank you so much for the gifted memberships as well. But I gotta go ahead and hop off. So yeah, with that being said, peace out, and don't forget, keep slaying. Ooh.